Hey, brother. Welcome to another day in walking toward integration as a man and being a man of integrity. Let me ask you a question. Have you stood before a full-length mirror lately? If you have, did you like what you saw? Well, I did that recently, and I wasn't all that impressed. I didn't see the person that I thought I looked like. I just didn't like some of the proportions that I saw. I didn't like my posture. There were some things that I thought, is that really me? And of course the answer is, yes, that's really you. Well, here's one of the key aspects of resistance for all of us men. And Nehemiah models it for us in chapter 2. He says, I went out by night by the valley gate to the dragon spring and to the dung gate, and I inspected the walls of Jerusalem that were broken down and its gates that had been destroyed by fire. Here's our key word for the day. It's the word inspect. You know, in the 12-step groups, they have a phrase that comes along, you need to do a fearless moral inventory. Well, that's what many of us need to do, but we most fear inspecting what is actually there. But if we fail to do that, we live in denial. And one of the key things about any team that we're on, one of the key things about any project, one of the key things about any challenge that we face, whether it's a health issue or a marital issue or a relational issue, we need to inspect it. We need to look at it. We need to walk around it. We need to do a 360 evaluation and say, this is what it is. What Nehemiah found was a city full of rubble, and we're not talking about bricks. We're talking about huge multi-ton stones that have been toppled. We're looking at a task that looks to the naked eye, and certainly to a man who's a cupbearer and not a stonemason, as a job that looks impossible. But nevertheless, he did a fearless inspection so that he could bring the team to the place where he said, this is where we are. This is what we have. I've seen it. I can name it. I've weighed it. And I know what we need to do. Brother, maybe there's something that needs an inspection in your life. It needs to be looked at by you, not cynically and not in shame. You just need to look at your business. You need to look at the way you spend your hours. You need to look at the way your family is thriving or not. You need to do an inspection of your key relationships and maybe even of your relationship with God and say, this is what it looks like. Because unless we can name it, we can't own it. And if we don't own it, we're not going to do anything about it. So as you look into that full-length mirror today, is there something that needs inspection? By God's grace, take a close look. Don't deny it. Receive what he's showing you, and his grace will lead you to work in a direction that's redemptive for you. So be a man of integrity today. Inspect what you need to look at and ask God to show it to you clearly. God bless you.